And hello everybody, and welcome on back to another episode of Assassin's Creed 3. We are picking up basically where we left off. Sequence 9, A Bitter End. This does not bode well, I believe.
Shall we?
And of course I'm the one that has to row. Oh. I think when it deloaded the boat first, so it jumped us into the water. You know what? I was like, normally I don't end up playing games or recordings like earlier in the day. I always do it after work or something like that, but I'm actually doing this before shift because I've actually been enjoying the story.
I told you this was a poor heading. Church is surely days ahead of us now.
Have some faith in the boy. He's yet to disappoint.
Well, the bar's not been set very high now, has it?
We are closer than you think, Father.
Don't worry, this is going to take all of my focus, but I think we can do it with a high speed as well. For I am the boat. It obeys me. Really should just take more time to work on my anime monologues. Anime/movie monologues of just being like, we're gonna just spout some random BS and just go for it, you know?
Ship out!
Yeah.
Isn't the welcome? Aye, and she's dropped anchor.
Well, that was easy.
Bring us in for a closer look, son.
But I bet you it's a trap. Oh, thank you so much for
It seems the ship has been abandoned.
cutscene.
Church always was a slippery little bastard.
After them! We need more speed.
There we go. Because now we do that, and then it's kind of like the hit Fast and Furious movie, Tokyo Drift. You throw your car around the corner, and then you give it speed to get yourself where you want to go.
Speed, Connor! We need more speed!
We gotta stay within 500 meters if we can. Okay. Looks like we might be able to do that. Hopefully try and not crash a whole bunch along the way. Although I know
How
my
is it
clumsy ass.
You came to captain a ship, given the way you sail.
Buddy, I don't want to hear it. It's like I'm doing a better job at capturing the ship than you did raising me, Dad.
Hurry, son. We won't get a second chance at this.
Like, do I have daddy issues? Is that really the case that's going on here? Man, this thing handles like a boat. Oh, wait. I shouldn't have turned
Someone
like
with more
this.
experience should take the wheel.
It worked out. It's fine. We're good. Actually, you know what? Why don't we just cut around the outside like this? Here we go. Get ourselves full sail.
She's passing between the cliffs, boy, and the Aquila's too big to follow. We need to go around.
Oh, see? Already one step ahead.
God damn it! We're going to lose him!
Shut up.
What
Leave it
other
alone.
choice have we? Those rocks would crush us.
The current here is swift. We still have a chance.
Enemy ships approaching!
Ready our weapons! Prepare to return fire!
Church is using the ambush as cover. Take him before he escapes. Send that bastard to the seafloor.
No! I need his ship afloat! The cargo must be saved!
Ah, okay. I know what you want from
Stop
me now.
him, Connor!
Oh. Okay. So we need to go chain shot. Oh, and now we can do this.
Church escape.
Easy.
Focus on our true target.
Now we switch this back around. Yeah, that's right. I can pilot a boat pretty well, I think.
You should have listened to me.
What are you talking about? We're doing just fine.
He's nearly away.
He's not nearly away. We've literally... What are you on about? Almost like you just want to complain, dude. Okay, well, I will say it was like, our boat's not looking too good. Alright. Now the real question is, can we... Yeah. See, we're fine.
Men! Prepare to board! What are you doing?
Ending this.
Easy to do when it's not your boat, huh?
Secure the ship!
Hook us in! Bring her close! To arms! To arms!
Man the swivels! Cover from the quarter deck!
Secure the aft lines! Tie off the bow!
Ooh, let's go.
I need to get below deck. Who knows what madness my father intends?
Oh. Man, you really just like running around, don't you? Ooh, we did it. Yeah, let me go first, because,
What has Church done with the cargo?
Oh, well. Our dad's gone ahead, we're probably not going to figure out.
It's been quite an adventure, let me tell you. Working my way through your nasty little tricks and traps. Clever! Some of them, anyway. I'll give you credit for that. And for the quietude with which you pulled it off. We had a dream, Benjamin! A dream you sought to destroy. And for that, my fallen friend, you will be made to pay!
Yeah. There's the temper.
Enough!
We came here for a reason.
Different reasons, it seems.
Where are the supplies you stole? Go to hell.
Yeah, how's that for go to hell?
Ask again. Where are the supplies?
On the island yonder. Awaiting pickup. But you've no right to it. It isn't yours.
No, not mine. Those supplies are meant for men and women who believe in something bigger than themselves. Who fight and die that one day they might be free from tyranny such as yours.
Are these the same men and women who fight with muskets forged from British steel? Who bind their wounds with bandages sewn by British hands? How convenient for them. We do the work. They reap the rewards.
You spin a story to excuse your crimes. As though you're the innocent one and they the thieves.
It's all a matter of perspective. There is no single path through life that's right and fair and does no harm. Do you truly think the Crown has no cause? No right to feel betrayed? You should know better than this. Dedicated as you are to fighting Templars, who themselves see their work as just. Think on that the next time you insist your work alone befits the greater good. Your enemy would beg to differ, and would not be without cause.
It is always interesting because, again, it does always come down to perspective.
You did well. His passing was a boon for us both. Come on. I expect you'll want my help retrieving everything from the island.
Oh, wait, are you actually going to help us do that? I do think about it a lot, though, because it's very, like... Again, perspective is very important, especially when it comes to, like, this temperament history.
Reunited with my father, but I do not yet know if this bodes well or ill. Our goals are aligned, at least so far as independence is concerned. But he continues to defend Charles Lee, the man who murdered my mother and burned my village. Still, he makes a point about Washington and those who back him. I hear much talk of freedom and equality, but it seems one must be a landed white man to benefit. What if someone
Your
like
tale
me
is all this
were
time.
saved? What role for us in this new world? Is my father right then? There is so much I must consider and so little time in which to do it.
Knock, knock.
Welcome back. And how was Martinique?
Achilles, I owe you an apology. It was wrong of me to say the things I did.
Your words were harsh, Connor, but there was also truth there. I failed the Order, allowed the Templars to take control.
But now their hold is weakened, which makes me believe there's a chance for peace. Imagine what might be accomplished if we were to unite.
Why the change of heart? Where is this coming from? You've met your father, haven't you?
I do not claim to trust the man or even like him. But I would be remiss to ignore this opportunity.
Hatham may listen, but will he understand? And even if he does, will he agree?
Even he must admit that we can achieve more together than we do alone.
I assume you're off to find him.
Yes. I ride for New York to see what might be done.
Oh boy. Probably not the greatest. Because again, it's that thing where it's just like, you know, he's very clearly a well-composed man, but getting to see that facade slip should give you all of the signs you need, you know? Those are cool, because if I want to, I can literally just teleport over here. It's WP, West Point. But yeah, I was like, especially when it comes to this time period in history, it is a very heavily perspective thing, because it was like, obviously, you know, a lot of the people in the States were getting treated unfairly, and, you know, just like every other group of land that, you know, they colonize, like, they just go, okay, well, we're still in control, but, and you give a bunch to us, but we're just gonna kind of do what we want. Yes, that's what I wanted. Thanks. But so it's like, yeah, that on one hand, it's like, obviously that's not fair to the people that are under it. That's like I would mention the other day, the taxation without representation, you know, kind of play on things with even DC. It's like, so you have, please. No, just climb. Please, buddy, please. I know you can do it. You're doing so good. You can go up, I promise. Why? Why will you not climb? There we go. God, should not be that difficult. But then, you know, on the other hand, when you look at it, like, the colonists kind of ended up being a bunch of spoiled brats. So it's like you have just a double-edged sword of like, yeah, they claim that this is what they want, but they really didn't back it up with a lot. They just kind of went, you know, made a lot of issues out of it. So, like I said, it's all a matter of perspective. It all just kind of depends on what you take from things. And I think that was an interesting point about what Sean brought up in the last little bit we talked to him, where it was like, yeah, a lot of taking, you know, words and lessons from people like the Founding Fathers is just 100% based on, you know, taking the lesson and perverting it and using it for your own good as opposed to for the good of the people. And it's like, you know, people really don't understand that it's kind of fucked up. So I don't know. Like I said, I was like, people are just... I think people overall tend to be some of the worst, and there's a lot of bad actors out there, so it's just kind of figuring out how to navigate everything. Ooh. What is this? This pair of Scotch Rams head-butted pistols is an exact copy of the ones found at Lexington. They bear the coat of arms of the Crosby family, although it is believed the original pistols may have belonged to Major John Pitcairn, who lost them when his horse was shot from under him in the heat of battle. They were later given to General Israel Putnam. Interesting. It's funny because I'm looking at these, but I was like, I haven't made any use of most of this. Also, though, this fit goes hard. I think... yeah, I want the New York fit. Always, you know, call me basic, but I would always be a sucker for black and red together like that. There's that fun thing too, because it's like, this game really sparks a lot of like political talk in my opinion, you know? I think there's a lot of discussions to be had, and I was like, honestly, I'm totally fine with talking about it and trashing the place in the world that we're at right now. Because shit sucks. A lot of really bad stuff is happening constantly, and I don't know, I would rather say something about it than just, you know, rely on my privilege and, well, it's a complicated thing without getting too much into my identity itself, but it's just like, yeah, I would rather go ahead and dive into things and not be afraid to say something and have something bad happen because I did say something than...
Thank you. Thank you ever so much. It's a just thing you've done.
I haven't saved you yet. I am getting my ass handed to me right now. Yeah, I mean, you know, in the course of my life, I've witnessed a lot of bad stuff happen just to myself, people I care about, and generally in the world around me, so I think it's important to keep your eyes open to a lot of things, you know? Because I think it's way easier to shut stuff out and pretend that things are fine when really, like, when it's not specifically bothering you. But I also have stuff that I know that I get to be bothered for, so we're just gonna... you know, that's why one of my end goals is like I want to make the money and resources to actually like help people like me and in my situation and make it easier as time goes on, instead of just keep perpetuating the system that we're in.
We need to know what the Loyalists are planning if we're to put an end to this.
I've tried, but the soldiers themselves are told nothing now, only to await orders from above.
Keep digging. Come find me when you have something worth sharing. We're so close to victory. A few more well-placed attacks and we'll be able to put an end to the Civil War and be rid of the crown.
What do you intend?
Well, nothing at the moment, since we're completely in the dark.
I thought the Templars had eyes and ears everywhere.
Oh, we did. Until you started cutting them off.
Your contact said orders from above. It tells us exactly what we need to do. Track down the Loyalist commanders.
Uh-oh. This doesn't bode well, especially for the fact that, like, we've been helping them this entire time, and now all of a sudden we're kind of... I said, are we going to get that, like, third act heel turn? Because we very well might. Which, you know, I think would be an interesting thing, because, like, despite Connor's talent and skill, like, he still is mainly just in this for his people. So it would make sense for him to serve whatever purpose ends up getting him where he needs to go. Even if it's not, you know, right. I do wonder, though, what would have, like, alternate reality where we actually didn't take away from Britain. was like, I wonder if we would be in a better place than where we are now, but sometimes it's like, that really wouldn't be all that hard for all the dumb shit going on.
Have you considered the proposal?
I'm unconvinced. To reinforce them would leave New York exposed. It's hard enough maintaining order with our current numbers. Cut in half.
Yet if we do not join with them, they risk defeat. And then what?
Well, they should have come by sea.
Oh, they're talking in circles. We'll learn nothing watching as we are.
Then what do you propose we do? March in there and demand answers?
Well, yes.
Ambush!
Ah, great.
Connor? Little help here?
Leave the commanders alive, Connor. We can interrogate them.
Oh. There you go. Okay. Am I, like, not in combat? Does it just not want me to...
We'll bring them back to my quarters at Fort George and see what secrets they might share. Really? Well, you'd best get after him then.
You go. I will watch the prisoners.
No, you do it.
Why me?
Because I said so. Now go.
As always, I gotta be one to do everything.
Help! I need help! Come no closer! Stop him!
Gotcha.
Move.
Go to hell!
I said move.
Move, bitch. Get out the way. Get out the way.
Wait. I'll tell you anything you want. Anything. Only don't make
We
me
just
go
have
in
some
there.
questions for you.
Cross that threshold, and I'm a dead man.
There you are, Connor. I was worried you might have gotten lost. Come along, then.
Oh, finally I get to do the pushing? It is that thing too, where it's like, truthfully, I think Connor intends to do well. But his character specifically just, I think, is easily misled into being brash. And it causes problems because it's like, you know what? Helping Hathan's not sound like a good idea. Like, even if, you know, we could do more together, it's like, your goals align, but they don't align, you know?
What are the British planning?
To march from Philadelphia. That city's finished. New York's the key. They'll double our numbers, push back the rebels.
When do they begin?
2 days from now.
June 18th. I must warn Washington.
Oh, cool.
See? That wasn't so very difficult now, was it?
I've told you everything. Now let me go.
Of course. The other two said the same. It must be true.
You killed him. You killed all of them. Why?
They'd have warned the Loyalists.
You could have held him until the fight was done.
What? And waste precious time and money on their care? What would be the point? They'd given up everything they knew. I'll meet you at Valley Forge.
Yeah, nothing says a man who wants peace like someone just killing at will over and over and over again. I was like, God, I really hope that... So as interesting as it would be to see like a third act heel turn, I was like, I would much rather Connor be like, no, actually, and still take out his dad. I think that would be more... I don't know. I think I would like that more for his character and like what makes sense. But it's also that thing where it's just like, you know, sometimes unexpected events happen in the course of history, and I was like, and here soon I think we actually get to play, what is it? It was like there's someone in one of the main games that's actually like an assassin hunter. So we'll get to kind of see that side of things soon too. Maybe see if the Templars actually have like a better defense, you know? So it's little things like that where it's just like you kind of keep an eye out, because you never know if you'll run into something interesting or not. There's a lot of different ways things can progress, and especially properties that have been running for so long. But apparently, I think people have been liking Assassin's Creed Shadows, which is the most recent one that just came out. So it's like we've got some potential for... There's like quite a few hours of playing through this. Then here soon I was like I might actually start working on some reviews and stuff like that and see where we go from there. But it's like I think it would be fun that after all of this be able to go back and be like, you know what, let's see where, like what we think of the games retrospectively. Or I guess retroactively? In retrospection? Something like that. Please. Yeah, I think we're just gonna fight our way through everything. Why? Okay. Sometimes you push a button and the game just like, no, you didn't want to do that. Ouch. They do be shooting. Okay, but here's the thing. How do I... How do I get inside if, Okay. Am I just not allowed in now? Is the doors... I guess maybe I'm not allowed because I set the alarm off? Can we get around over here somehow? Ah, there we go. So there is a stealthy way in, I just refuse to take it. Which, you know, kind of par for the course. And actually, let's just go ahead, because personally I like this a lot. Do this, do that. There we go. Now, we can come in through here. I'll just take care of you. Bingo, bingo, ha ta ta. Just do that. Come over here. Let all the tension die down right quick. You know, be a master assassin as we are. I think green means that we should be good, so now we'll just come over here. We'll ignite you. Alert a whole bunch of people to me being here, but that's fine. Also, that's funny, so the first time that we threw the lantern in there, the lantern wasn't even on. Like, it wasn't even lit. Royal Navy Sea Service Flintlock. Ooh. We're letting you out of here right in front of everyone. They'll just big dick energy right there. Like, 'cause what are they gonna do? Stop me? I don't think so. Okay, you. One by one, just clearing the forest of trees. Oh. I will say, I do think this is the worst that the combat has been in the series so far. Because there's a lot of times where I press the button to attack and he does like a weapon swivel, but he doesn't actually go to anything, and then I get hit because someone attacked me. But we're still making it from situation to situation. I hope in the future games they go back to the old control scheme, because it's way better than it is to be like, oh, well now, you know, you're used to this for like 60 hours, completely rewrite how you do it. Ooh, we did it. We get a lower tax rate for trading. Even though I haven't made use of trading since I, basically since I did a little bit in between episodes at one time. It was just kind of like, you don't really need any of it, and I was like, not much has really stuck out to me in terms of weapons and stuff like that, but I feel like I need to go towards. I don't need money at all because I don't need to buy things to make more money. There's no armor, so it's like there's nothing to do on that end.
Back off. These are my blankets.
Why you gotta go off and do that? Blankets ain't cheap.
This blanket has the pox in it. You need to see a doctor as soon as possible.
Oh, hell.
That was an interesting exchange, because I was just kind of stuck there and the dog's barking at me. I don't know why the dog's mad at me. It was like there's not even any guards or anything around, so I was like, I don't know why it would be a guard dog, but... Yeah, out of everything, like I said, I was like... It's funny because some of the reviews I read said that this game... They liked the opening, but then they kind of lost them later on, and I've had the exact opposite situation. Like, I was not really... I was just kind of like, ah, okay. And then as we've gotten further into it, I was like, it's kind of... It's caught me pretty well.
I don't much care where you find it. Just... Oh, good day.
Darling, take the children and stay out of sight.
Bloody business that was. But I thank you nonetheless. I can rest easy knowing this extortionist won't be back threatening my family.
Yep. Anytime, buddy. Sorry to scar your, you know, your child for the rest of their life, but... Better than being dead, am I right? I say as someone with a lot of a lot of trauma, just being like, there's some truth to that at least. On one hand, you know, obviously I am very grateful I am not dead. On the other hand, having a lot of trauma sucks. Would not recommend. 0 out of 1,000. But if I do have to give any props to trauma, it's just the fact that, you know, it's motivated me to be a better person. And sometimes that's just kind of... It's a thing where it's like, that definitely shouldn't be the case to make people better people. However, it's like the fact that it has, you know... Oh, we actually should go this way. You're so annoying. Yeah, of course you... Just die, please. They have a special attack? Oh. My god. Oh! Ouch. Okay. However, I would like my... Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. It's like trauma manifests its solutions in weird ways, right? Because like you've got some people that are clearly traumatized and never really recover from it or acknowledge that they're traumatized, and then all they do is they pay it forward negatively to everyone else. But then it's like for me, like the main motivation for me being nice to other people and like trying to do something right comes from the fact that I've been through a lot, and it's like I don't want other people to feel that way. It's just kind of like I said, there's always just a lot of different ways things can go. There's a lot of different ways that the same events affect people. Even if you might not think about it or That was pretty easy. Anyways, I will be taking this. And I will also be taking this. Thank you very much. But I do also think it's funny too, because you have a lot of stuff like that where you don't even really consider how stuff affects you until it's brought to your attention. Or like an event makes you think about it just a little bit more. But you know what, I was like, spent a lot of time dealing with stuff and figuring things out for myself, and I moved around quite a bit, so it gives you a lot of time to like start over and have to think for yourself. And luckily there's one thing I'm good at, is figuring things out for myself. Even if sometimes playing games I'm just like, I don't know what to do. But you know, even if you watch like the Phoenix Wright playthrough, like genuinely, it was like I still ended up getting through pretty much everything without outside help. It was just like, yeah, like being able to think through problems presented a certain amount of information is just a pretty valuable skill. And one that I think I've done well so far to actually learn. But it's little things like that where, like, especially if you like puzzles and whatnot, it's a good way to help you learn and grow as a person, just like, you know, in general, not just in games and stuff like that. If that makes sense at all.
Sharing what we know with Lee, not Washington.
You seem to think I favor him, but my enemy is a notion, not a nation. It is wrong to compel obedience, whether to the British Crown or the Templar Cross. And I hope in time the Loyalists will see this too, for they are also victims.
You oppose tyranny, injustice. These are just symptoms. Their true cause is human weakness. Why do you think I keep on trying to show you the error of your way?
You have said much, yes, but you have shown me nothing.
Then we'll have to remedy that then, won't we?
Sir.
Hello, Connor. What brings you here?
The British have recalled their men in Philadelphia. They march for New York.
Very well. I'll move our forces to Monmouth. If we can rout them, we'll have finally turned the tide.
And what's this?
Private correspondence.
Of course it is. Would you like to know what it says, Connor? It seems your good friend here has just ordered an attack on your village. Although attack might be putting it mildly. Well, tell him, Commander.
We've been receiving reports of Allied natives working with the British. I've asked my men to put a stop to it.
By burning their villages and salting the land, by calling for their extermination, according to this letter. Not the first time, either. Tell them what you did 14 years ago.
That was another time. The 7 Years' War.
And so now you see what happens to this great man when under duress. He makes excuses, displaces blame, does a great many things, in fact, except take responsibility!
Enough! Who did what and why must wait. My people come first.
Then let's be off.
No. You and I are finished.
Son.
Do you think me so soft that by calling me son, I might change my mind? How long did you sit on this information, or am I to believe you discovered it now? My mother's blood may stain another's hands, but Charles Lee is no less a monster, and all he does by your command. A warning to you both. Choose to follow me or oppose me, and I will kill you.
Hell yeah. See, and so this is the event that it was talking about when it brought up when it was brought up in the like Benedict Arnold thing. So it was like that is a side mission that takes place in the future as opposed to where we were at in the story. Which again, like I said, just bugs me. There's little things like that I was like, you know, just kind of ruins the tension. Or like spoil stuff for you in a way that even if you don't know, like when it pops up, you're like, oh, okay. Also, that's kind of funny though, that this is set up like this. Because they don't have like a way to cover just the trail, so they just have it set up where you oh, well, no, I didn't really want to. I was not trying to shoot the horse. Yeah, parry that. Well, no, I'm not really trying to. I don't know though, it's like, at the end of the day, I was like, especially this time period, it just seems kind of like everyone's the villain here, if you ask me. It's like, I think there's truly very, very few people who, meant actually well. Or it could be the thing too, where it was like, it's just a classic, like, again, what we're seeing right now of just people think that they're doing something right, but please? Oh, you have to reload, that's why.
I should make sure the village is safe.
Well, I see fire, so... Ooh, that's a very big group of people. That's not good. Because even if they haven't been attacked yet, then that means that it will be happening pretty soon. But this time we'll actually be there, so we might be able to fight some people off if we can.
Radun hagedun. Za shewe nekti ohnujera. Wakanu dunyu hue dogati go oya rungwe ayezene sege.
Unka giga oya rungwe.
De ohne gujes Charles Lee. Luanatu kwa yasagoya donhawe kanot dogu dano dohkarani hadi.
Nahoda? Ka numwe nye honenu.
Wa de sagodi dashtana zini hadi ayun kiyun hunta kwa.
Ja, jättet karihuajeri.
On a dera di desatniku, hare. Ya kontat desadu huntoni negiga, ne ayaguaderio.
Onneksi ja sjagane. Tiedum zohum da kedaste.
God, his drip goes hard though. I mean, stop them with non-lethal methods. I was like, because when I was in jail and I knocked out the guards, it killed them. But now when I do it, stuff like that's always interesting to me, because it's like, why would you not just have this set up to be a non-lethal option in the first place? And so if you wanted to, you could like get through the game without actually killing people. But it's like they're so unclear about whether or not it is or isn't killing that you then don't know. Luckily, they have no situational awareness, so we're fine.
Skana kana dogo.
Radun hagedum. The guase danica.
Na hoda?
Guegon ha crori ne Charles Lee. But triot de hona dohon zonia yung kiat wanto. Dano gan easy on say what is it?
Atsoga tigarungwe.
Waharu zi dizat ni gura denu. Zia sade nyanda de squat ni gura gani. Nik zi ona gan rune de. Zi gwan ho garum de.
De got nyo ska giga.
Gwanekti yung gwan yung ska zi wat gwanya hezene asquaya danu statsege. Da yung zat ni gura di hanto. Danu wat dizo want daksa de ne zungwe da summa.
Zadarissa.
Anga dorissa no na zaheyum.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
Yo, Tena. Dat is a dansum. Zika do het stane. Radun hagedum. Charles Lee. Mountmouth. Was that the hajib? Asagon had the masse. Zina hold them patriot. Ranadeno yuni. Jurhan saga. Asagon nasete. On doktangi kamoderio. Ronudio hot quenu. Ungenungue da summa. Oh, diatanum statunge.
Damn.
Iwe ya nawadu taingwa ya danu staduge. Ona wasadarissa yung jadaro.
Well, that just happened. Damn. God, that sucks. Trying to kill like your childhood best friend because he was lied to and they don't make it easy, huh? Well, on that bombshell, I'm going to call it there. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that fun jazz, and I will see you in the next one.